Have you heard these sounds before?
Misty, subscribed.
Well, the odds are you or your kid have come across a TNT game on YouTube or TikTok. Why should you care? Well, you see, at best, these streams often involve deceptive practices to part you with your money, or, if you're a parent like me, your children with their hard-earned pocket money. Now, you're probably expecting me to say, this is 100% a total scam for your money. Report, block, etc. And scare you into burning down YouTube's offices because someone needs to think about the children already. And I was expecting to say that too when I first began looking into this. But it's a little bit more complicated than that. Because Lord knows, something to do with streaming can't just be a simple scam. With that said, let's look into the whole thing. So, what is TNT game? Well, let's cut over to an old video by TT Live with Harry, who explains it perfectly.
This TikTok Live Minecraft game is free to set up, fun for the viewers, and can make you money. The basic idea is that you fill this 10x10 box with diamond blocks, while your viewers can send gifts, follows, subs, or likes to destroy the blocks with TNT. They can also send a specific gift to reset your game, so for example, it can go from looking like this to looking like this.
And that's about it. As he said, your viewers will love it, and you can make money from it. Fabulous if you're a legitimate content creator, which I'm sure was always the original intention. Who doesn't love a bit of schadenfreude? I can't even pronounce that word, but hopefully you know what I mean. It's something that kids, according to a quick Google search, as young as 2, develop. It's one of the earliest things they begin to really get. So why is this TNT game a problem then? After all, it's just a tool in a streamer's belt to increase engagement, revenue, and so on, right? Well, not quite. So before we even look at anything else, why on earth would anyone hand over money to these people? Well, it's actually a neat little bit of psychology aimed to work on people who are susceptible. So we're going to boil it down a little bit. Most streams, like this one here, begin, and bear in mind what I'm saying here, the stream begins with this, partway for a run. That's right, we're starting at the end, baby. In this example, they've started a stream on hour 4. They're 49 out of 50 wins, and they are so very close to completion. The stream could end any minute and it could all be over, which means this is your only chance to ruin their run. See, this is a classic technique from the con artist's handbook. Create a situation where you, as a victim, have to take immediate action. It's an ancient art that catches out the most cynical and hardened individuals because it's so time sensitive. And you see it in scams ranging from the tax office needs you to settle this bill right now to avoid prison over the phone, to the, well, I need to take your bank details and card number right now to complete this pending transaction on Amazon you've made. Viruses on your computer, hitherto unknown secret child demanding money so your wife never finds out about an affair you had. Black Friday sales, police investigations where if you don't falsely confess right now the sentence will be worse. Job postings with short dates. We see it outside of even scams in our everyday lives, and it's effective. It's why it's so commonplace in marketing, and it's why we see it here. Whether it's a legitimate game or a rigged scam, the setup is designed to part you from your money through that sense of urgency. It's not just TNT game either. Here's an example of someone trying to click up to an angel number. And only you can stop him by donating an hour's income right now.
What? Why? Just 10, I hate
Now I'm going to show you something here, because if you look down, they use hashtags such as kids content and kids fun, whilst asking for up to $200. It's the same tactic used by TNT game streamers, and like TNT game, which does Minecraft, this is using angel numbers, which at the moment is very popular culturally among a certain subset of people. The target of the stream is the same as TNT game as well. They're after the most vulnerable minds, be it kids, teens, or adults in a vulnerable position. That includes me. I have severe memory problems, and sometimes my reasoning does go out of the window. So we're not always necessarily targeting kids. The thing is here is that this game looks legit, and the rubes are aimed to catch not just children but adults. It's somehow less insidious than TNT game, or it would be were it not for the kids content and the kids fun tags. But that's angel numbers and some dude putting pretty shady hashtags in his feed. Shady, deceptive, preying on children arguably, but actually not that fun for young people to watch. TNT game, however, is malicious in how its grift is built from the ground up to entice young viewers. The most obvious problem here is Minecraft is extremely popular among children, and the people who will be watching this are predominantly children and teens. They'll play sound effects like the crying, and they'll say the big things like "get a shout out on stream if you put in now." I mean, I'm 40, I play Minecraft loads for my age, but I'm not consuming content in the same way kids are. I wouldn't know anything about this if it didn't come up on my shorts feed, because I have zero attention span. Those of you without kids are probably thinking to yourself, that shouldn't be a problem though, right? After all, what kid would have access to, say, a debit card at, 10 years old? So anyway, here's an Experian article recommending debit cards for children aged 13 or, and I quote, even younger. Here's an article from Financial IT highlighting the prevalence of debit cards among the youth. Oh, and my personal favourite, here's an article from the Debt Advice Foundation that literally says, if your answer to would you give your 8-year-old a debit card is no, then perhaps the problem is yours, not the child's. Being cashless is now so ubiquitous in 2024 that many young people have access to top-up style debit cards. And that's what makes TNT game donations so effective. You aren't physically handing over cash and regretting doing so afterwards. It's numbers on a screen for a dopamine hit. The best part about this for the TNT stream is it involves minimal effort and cost for the creator as well. A few hours streaming this and you can, even with just a few low-paying viewers, say receive $100 of donations from a conversion of 1.4% of 1,000 viewers over 2 hours. YouTube's cut reduces that to $70, which, if we convert at a conservative 1 GBP to 1.3645 USD, leaves you around £51.30. Even if your computer was 700 watts and running at full load, that's only 34 pence in electric. For a 2-hour stream, that then works out at about £25.48 an hour. Significantly better than minimum wage in the UK. The thing is that we're not at a scam yet. It's amoral, certainly. We're asking people for extreme amounts of money for essentially a couple of things to happen on a screen. We're targeting kids, and you can definitely argue that's against TOS. But until we hit the point that you're not getting anything for your money, it's not a scam. This obviously wouldn't be much of a scam video if I didn't have some examples where I could go, this live stream is a scam. It's illegitimate and it's designed to 100% deceive. YouTube aren't doing anything anymore. Won't somebody think of the children? So let's have a look at how the scam might, for legal reasons, work. We're going to look at some footage first of a YouTuber named Nine. This footage was recorded on the 15th of December 2024, around about 4 o'clock in the morning, British Standard Time.
Guys, if somebody sends $20, I'll have to spawn 50 TNT. Guys, if somebody sends $20, I'll have to spawn 50 TNT. Guys, if somebody sends $20, I'll have to spawn 50 TNT. Dude, why did you just type Diddy in chat? Dude, why did you just type Diddy in chat? Dude, why did you just type Diddy in chat?
Now I know what you're thinking. Clearly, this person was just well rehearsed and has the acting chops of a Keanu or a Gene Hackman. So embroiled are they in the art that they can regurgitate the same line every time with the exact same pacing and tone. Right? Right? Let's have a look at this chap named Roman. And this time, let's also listen out for TNT. Keep an eye on when it drops. And let's have a look at the chat as well.
Holy moly, stop spamming TNT. Holy moly, stop spamming TNT. If you guys keep spamming W in the chat, I'll shout you out on screen. Holy moly, stop spamming TNT. What the heck, chat? Subscribing right now gets you a shout out on screen. Why are you still spawning TNT? If you guys keep spamming TNT in chat, we'll never win.
Oh man, that chat was constantly going, right? Just flowing constantly. And that TNT, it was just flooding the screen because they were so incessant. Like the Colosseum of players was demanding blood, and by God was Ronan going to give it to him. So as you may have guessed, the feed was clearly either pre-recorded or the content creator was rigging the game. The sound bites were on a random cycle, and the whole scam relies on people in chat at least trying to spam TNT. And when they're not, the scam looks ridiculous, just like this. This is when the TNT game turns into a scam though, flat out. If someone is overcharging, that's morally grey and we can argue about that all day. But here we see one of the many examples of something illegitimate going on. We can argue whether it's pre-recorded or they're just spamming TNT and looping audio to gain interest, but either way, this is very clearly dishonest. Your like and your subscribing to the channel may well do nothing. It would be hard to tell with the existing uninstigated TNT spam. You know, have you made an impact at all? The thing is, not everyone has money, especially children, and not every YouTuber is asking for money. Let's go back and look at one of the first YouTubers that we actually looked at. Now, I didn't say then, but his name is Zedar, or sometimes it's Zedar. Now, they're only after likes and subscribes for the most part. It's definitely still pre-recorded, it's definitely psychologically manipulative going for children arguably, and definitely trying to get something out of it. But if it's not a donation scam, then what? Well, our friend Zedar here has 5.05 million subscribers. And when you look at their channel, you realise something. There's no obvious grift aimed at the user here. If anything, the grift is aimed against YouTube. It's also pretty simple. Run a pre-recorded live nightly to get likes and subs. The more likes and subs you get, the higher you get bumped in the algorithm overall. Our friend here doesn't just do live streams. They've been making daily shorts for the last 3 years, and before that, full-length videos. They're literally also grinding the YouTube algorithm to earn money. With all due respect, it's not about you or me at all. We're just another number. in that algorithm chase. But that's the lighter possibility, and that's definitely all I would dare suggest ZR is doing. I've not seen anything explicitly untoward around them yet, and definitely nothing malicious. It's genuinely very clever manipulation of the YouTube algorithm to make money. It's genius. Ethically, we could argue about it, but you know. Other YouTubers and TikTokers, though, have used these TNT games as a gateway towards something far more insidious. Now, like ZR, there are others going for that sweet like and subscribe goal. Some of them aiming for check marks or making sure they've got over 100k subscribers. But something seems off. See, the thing is, they're trying to look legitimate, so it covers their other actions. Now, to cover myself here, I'm not going to mention any specific channels, and I'm going to talk purely hypothetically here. YouTube accounts often promote socials, and two of the most popular platforms to link to are X and Discord. Deeper viewer engagement with the community, as it does in any, opens you up to being contacted by other people. But unfortunately, it would appear that in some Discords in particular, they are geared up specifically to farm fresh victims. Hypothetically, this is what could happen. You'll receive DMs asking, "Can I interest you in this rare cape? I just need to log into your account to add it. Nothing suspicious here, Alternatively, would you like to buy this Minecraft tool which allows you to cheat on multiplayer servers? Troll your friends, get all the diamonds. Just put your card details into this website." Now, if you're familiar with Minecraft and Roblox scams in general, these are pretty par for the course. You can see so many videos on YouTube about it. The thing is, this is all designed to farm new victims. It's a promotional tool to call in the gullible. If they can't notice that a stream is fake, the odds are that they're more susceptible to an actual scam. Hypothetically, anyway. There's an even darker hypothetical here, and this one really is a pure hypothetical. A lot of these channels promote their survival multiplayer servers. They do this through pulling you into their shorts. You subscribed after the live, you start seeing the shorts every day. At the top of every last single one is their survival multiplayer server. Excited fans just choose to log into one. You know, they're eager to game with the community, join with the mini games that might be there. But the question here is, do you know who the server operator is? You see, this is an excellent way to farm the IP addresses of people, and whilst an IP alone really doesn't help much, it does identify potential addresses for people who have local multiplayer games for friends, or who might just have a server instance on that address. I know what a lot of you are going to say. You're going to think, no one would do that, not for Minecraft, the children's game. But we actually know from videos on the topic that yes, people really do this for Minecraft, especially because it's not just children. If we look back at the table we looked at earlier, there is a strong proportion across all age groups. Why bother though for a simple block game? Surely you can't do that much with it. Well, sometimes the stars can align. It's the 12th of October 2021. A post appears on the Minecraft website warning users of a security vulnerability in Java. The exploit is in a library called log4j, and it affects more than just Minecraft. But the issue here is that in Minecraft it affects it in a very specific way, and the people who play Minecraft aren't necessarily IT experts, they come from all walks of life. What can this exploit do? Well, FitMC did a lovely video on how it affected Minecraft players, and you can see my sources always above in this video, but to summarise, it allowed people to execute commands and code on target machines. Now, some people just got spammed with the calculator app. Other people actually had a benevolent person fix the problem remotely. Unfortunately, others lost access to Minecraft accounts, and there are stories of people having compromised general accounts on the internet and even compromised banking. It's not likely, but as you can see, with the right circumstances and a little bit of fortune, it's not just possible. It can and does happen. The real point here is that there can be a ton of reasons why people would create a fake TNT game stream that resets, for example, every hour. And it's not necessarily for basic cold hard donator cash. It might be something as simple as getting high metrics for that sweet YouTube income, making sure that their live appears in short feeds and getting questionably legitimate money from the organisation. But as we've just covered, it might also be something more heinous. But TNT game isn't all doom and gloom. So, in my research, as I said, I was expecting to go, it's always a scam! It's an old trend from TikTok, but now it's infecting YouTube! Only scammers still do it! That's not always the case. One streamer I found was literally sleeping, with a loop of him faking sleeping while he was actually AFK, and people were just dropping TNT into an empty box. It's a whole meme for his channel at this point. He even says he's not a big fan of people new to the channel donating or anything like that. I only found him because he replied to one of these videos on how to set the game up. He just posted there saying that he was sad. He was one of the few legitimate streamers. I mean, here he is, feigning sleep and with pretty decent and honest things on his channel about what he's doing and why he's doing it. So I want to give some actual respect out here to Stan RP. He does seem to be above board. He just wants to make money through getting his subscribers, really to use his creator code if they rent a Minecraft server. That's his grift. And it's the same as a normal content creator. There's nothing untoward here. There's nothing really shady. Just a literal meme stream he's made for his community of him falling asleep whilst trying to complete the minigame after a few legitimate attempts. I also want to give a shout out to a kid I found whilst doing this as well, because he just played legit. He actually finished a round of TNT game. I never thought I'd see it, but he did. And he had lots of people watching, and there was no bait. There was no attempt to scam. They also went to do a TNT village build for reaching a subscriber milestone of 95,000 viewers. They were stoked. I won't share the specific channel here as they were clearly under 18. And I don't like to share kids' accounts. I'm a retired lecturer. I feel very uncomfortable about that. But, you know, they hit 95k subscribers, they stopped playing TNT game, they built up a little village full of TNT, placed signs saying thank you for helping me hit 95k, rode to 100k in both English and Japanese, and it was genuinely the most heartwarming stream I saw. It was 100% legitimate, just someone trying to build a channel and a rep, and jumping on the TNT game like thing that's starting to come back to YouTube, but doing it legitimately. Kid, if somehow you find and watch this 4th decade old man hopes you reach 1 million subscribers one day. You live your dream to be a YouTuber. You turn what should have been a very, very cynical video into something that actually has hey, you know, it's not always bad. Just don't copy the jaded and selfish adults, and please don't ask for $100 donations. And that's kind of where I want to end the video, on a semi-positive note. The legitimate ones, the real diamonds, are hidden under the ones who really are scummy, unfortunately. But they are still there. Just remember, if someone is asking for £5 for some TNT, you really shouldn't. Fellow parents, warn your children. Always try to make sure that you know the content that they're consuming, especially in the shorts feed. Because it's not just shorts, lives appear there too, with a mind to getting money or stealing information potentially. Adults as well, be mindful. People with problematic brains like mine that don't always work. Just do what I do and freeze your card when you're watching videos online. Also means you're not going to subscribe to HelloFresh for the 5,000th time. Anyway, I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you learned at least one little thing during this. I know it's gone on for a little while. But yeah, take it easy, have a lovely day, and hopefully I'll see you in a future video. Take care of yourselves.